Hi, this is Robin Sharma, your success coach. Today's session is about what I like to call your greatest freedom. One of the books that has deeply shaped my understanding of life is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl was an Austrian psychiatrist and psychotherapist who endured the unthinkable years in Nazi concentration camps during one of history's darkest times. While many of those around him gave up hope and lost their will to live, he somehow managed to survive both physically and mentally through those terrifying conditions. What helped him endure that suffering was what I believe to be the highest human freedom, the freedom to choose how we think and respond no matter what happens to us. He discovered that even when every external freedom is taken away, the inner freedom to decide our attitude and how we interpret events can never be stolen. Frankl observed that many prisoners, though starved and humiliated, still found ways to help others or hold on to hope. He noticed that some people died not just from hunger or illness, but from hopelessness. Once they gave up mentally, their body followed. But those who found meaning in their pain, who believed there was still something worth living for, often survived longer. This insight changed the way I see life, because what Viktor Frankl taught us is that in every situation, no matter how hard or painful, we still have a choice. We can choose to focus on what's broken and unfair, or we can choose to see something good, some lesson, some small opportunity to grow stronger. Life is not always easy, but it is always giving us a chance to decide how we will meet each moment. He wrote something I never forgot. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. That thought is both powerful and humbling. It reminds us that while we may not control events, we always control our response. Think about that for a moment. You and I will face challenges. Maybe it's losing a job, a relationship falling apart, or plans not working out. We can allow those things to define us, to fill us with bitterness, or we can decide to use them as fuel to rise higher. Our reaction becomes the difference between suffering and strength, between despair and growth. Frankl's experience shows that freedom is not about having perfect conditions. It's not about being rich or being praised. True freedom is internal. It's the ability to stay centered, grateful, and purposeful even when life tests you. We all face storms, but some people grow through them while others shrink. The difference is the choice they make inside their minds. When you choose a positive response, you are not denying your pain. You are simply refusing to let it control your future. You are saying, I can't change what happened, but I can decide what it means to me. And that is a powerful place to live from. Maybe something unfair happened to you recently. Maybe you're dealing with a disappointment that feels heavy. Just remember what Frankl discovered. Meaning can be found even in suffering. There is light even in darkness, and you always have the freedom to choose hope, kindness, and perspective. So, as you move through today, practice using your highest freedom. Instead of reacting with anger or fear, pause and ask, how do I want to respond to this? Maybe choose patience. Maybe choose compassion. Maybe choose gratitude. Every choice shapes who you become. Your outer world may not always be in your control, but your inner world is completely yours. The people who live most fully aren't the ones who never face problems. They're the ones who face them with grace. They understand that how we interpret life matters more than what happens to us. Every single day, you get to decide what kind of person you will be. You can let pain harden you, or you can let it teach you. You can hold on to anger, or you can turn it into wisdom. You can complain about what's missing, or you can be grateful for what's left. That's your highest freedom. the freedom to choose your attitude and your meaning. Frankl survived the worst of human cruelty and still found love and purpose within it. If he could do that, imagine what you can do with the challenges in your own life. You have that same power inside you, the power to choose, to rise, to find meaning. So today, whatever you face, use your highest freedom. Don't give away your inner peace to circumstances or people. Hold on to your power to decide what things mean to you. Because in the end, your happiness, your growth, and your peace depend not on what happens, but on how you choose to see it.